Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. A few weeks ago, I think a week and a half ago, actually it was before the so-called pause, the Russian army's pause, which was I think in the 6th of July, Freudian sleepover time maybe, and it was a Ukrainian, I think the defense minister, who stated that Russia is incapable of conducting an offensive on more than one axis. So one axis, that's all they could do. Well, things changed. It seems after that, I think it was a lack of information, bad information, misinformation, whatever it was, that was very much contradicted by reality, because that's the way it works. We might have our wishful thinking and ideologies and values, but then reality functions the way it functions, aside from our desires and all that. We can try to change certain things, but until we're succeeding in changing those things, we have to live obviously by the laws of nature. In this case, there are certain things that are independent from us. So nevertheless, since then a lot of things happen, and we have here an article from the New Voice of Ukraine from today, July 19th, 2022. And this is the title. Russians attack on 4 axes in Donbas, only in Donbas, reports Luhansk regional governor. So not only 1, but 4 in that region. According to him, the invaders' forces attacked on 4 axis, with the Ukrainian military managing to repulse the attack almost everywhere. And I'm quoting, the enemy fired 4 rockets and 2 airstrikes at populated area. Of course, I don't even have to mention it, because every time the Russians are sending some rockets or sending some missiles to the Ukrainians, they either miss, and remain somewhere suspended in the air, or they destroy kindergarten and residential areas and so on. They never hit a target, never, anyway. So the Ukrainian military managing to repulse the attack. Okay, the enemy fired 4 rockets and 2 airstrikes at populated area on the border of the 2 oblasts, wrote the governor. Now, what is 4 rockets, 2 airstrikes? Remember the Second World War? Now that was a war. I don't know what this is. I mean, there are people dying and destruction, but 4 rockets. Bzz, 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 bzz. Lunchtime. Is that how it works? I don't want to minimize this, but it's really, I would expect 2,000 rockets, 3,000 rockets, 200, a column of 500 tanks pushed back the Ukrainian army. They advanced, 100 miles in one day. This is a war. Do you think the Russia doesn't have that capability? I doubt that. It had it in the Second World War. It doesn't have it now. I mean, bring the Soviet tanks, and the guys will not have ammunition to destroy them. Win by sheer numbers. So 11 times the occupiers shelled civilian buildings with artillery. Again, civilian buildings. Haidai also noted that during the day, Russian troops had also simultaneously tried to conduct assault on 4 axes. And then we have here Verkhnokamiansk was attacked both from the side of its oil refinery away from the Zolotarivka district. From there, the Russians likely wanted to advance towards Donetsk Oblast. They also tried to improve their positions near Bilohorivka. Fighting continues in some areas. And I'm quoting, Russians are almost continuously shelling both Luhansk Oblast and the settlements of Donetsk Oblast, which are located near our oblast, with cannon and rocket artillery, Haidai said. So it's more than 1 now. Good. I mean, you know what I mean? It's 3 rockets. And what's next? I mean, I don't know. For me, it just sounds unbelievable. I mean, what is this? They constantly storm settlements on the border of the region and deploy sabotage and reconnaissance groups. Well, it's not that I don't know, I wish that, you know, these guys are really using thousands of things, but you know, armament, airplanes, tanks, and all that. It's not like it's a decisive fight, you know, that like in Napoleon times. Okay, guys, we meet over there, and wherever we meet, and we fight over there. Okay, it's not like that anymore. It's not anymore. In this case, obviously, they don't have and it's not even the front. It's not like continuous line. It seems like they're all pockets, and in between there's nothing. But you can go in because you can get, you know, trapped over there. But never, I mean, by the enemy forces. But I would, I mean, if it's an invasion, I would expect to be a different kind of invasion. But on the other hand, I would say, okay, these guys are trying to do it, how do you call it, surgically. Like they try to pinpoint locations where, you know, there's command posts, or they have barracks, they have weapons depots or something like that, and then hit over there and minimize their ability to, or limit their ability to fight. But on the other hand, you have the West providing ammunition, providing weapons. I don't know how the Ukrainian military, I mean, weapons industry manufacturers are still working, providing, you know, destroy them. But then if the other guys are providing with more, maybe this is the second phase, which they were talking about, the militarization of Ukraine, which means destroying their capability to fight, which is not destroying the people, but destroying the, you know, the means, which is you know, weapons. And then you have to destroy, probably, I mean, obviously you have to destroy certain command posts because they are the ones who plan the attacks. And nevertheless, I can't find that article. I was looking like 3 times already to find that article, because I know I had it, where it said that the Russians are incapable of attacking, but only on one axis. And as I said, this was, I think, about 2 weeks ago or so. Nevertheless, I would like to see that guy. Maybe at that time we're not capable, but he said any more. So that means, you know, from then on it will be like no possibility for the Russians to really do, you know, a lot of damage on more than one axis. I mean, here we have four only in that region, that oblast. Nevertheless, as I said, I expected this war to be a different kind of war than the way it is. And as I said, I do not think that the Russians are depleted, you know, tanks or airplanes or anything like that. I don't know. Maybe, as I said, they wanted to create as little destruction. I know it sounds, you know, oh my God, what are you talking about? They're destruction. They're causing already so much destruction. It's true. It's true. But as I said, if they really wanted to destroy Kiev, I think they would have had the possibility to do that. But nevertheless, it seems like that's not a prize for them. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.